Okay, so let's go ahead and put together this robot chassis kit. Um, you should get a bunch of parts like these. Now notice this particular one I've already soldered on the wires because this is from motors that I'm using in a breadboard demonstration. But normally they wouldn't be there, they'd just be included in the kit and you'd have to solder them on yourself. I'll get these aside. And of course the wheels. Put these aside here for a bit, and the battery pack. And you would end up with this piece of acrylic here and all these parts. Okay? Now, what, again, a lot of people don't realize when they see the image on the web, or if they've bought one of these like on eBay or whatever, is that this brown stuff does in fact come off. And I'm going to start peeling it off. Okay? But instead of sitting there watching me peel off all of this, which can be kind of tedious, I'm going to pause it. I'm also, by the way, I'm going to peel off the brown stuff from here as well as these. So all this brown paper, all this stuff is going to be taken off and thrown away. So I will see you again here after a short awkward pause. Okay, you can see that I've peeled off all that obnoxious brown paper, and it took a while. All those little bits get kind of stuck in there. So what we need to do now is simply attach these motors and the wheels, of course, but these are actually held in by a bit of like a clamshell. What's going to happen is one of these little pieces here is going to fit into this slot, and you see it doesn't even hold in place per se, and the other one is going to go there. So we have two of these guys that are going to go just, I'll get it down here so you can see it better, just like this. And we're going to need two long screws and a couple of nuts. What I think works the best is to take the motor. Again, I like to have it so the terminals of the motor are on the outside of the robot. So when it's mounted, I want to see them like out here instead of like this. It just becomes easier to get to the wiring if you have to. I also like to put the head of the screw, okay, so it's also on the outside. So we have two screws like this, and then these go through one of these like this. Oops, I'm so sorry. Look at me go wrong. Let's try that one more time. These go through like this, okay. Then these go through these holes like that. Then this assembly is going to get clamped like, come on, get in there. I missed this hole, didn't I? There we go. That one goes there. That one goes there. Okay? So you can see it ultimately squeezed in there. And then these two nuts. Okay. It's a good thing it's clear so you can see right through it. There's one. This top one's a little bit of a drag. Okay, you'll find it easier to tighten on the screw side. Okay. I won't get them too tight yet. I'll probably tighten it with a pair of needle nose pliers on the back side. Alright, so there's one mounted. We'll do this other one. Again, two long screws. Okay, go through. They go through the motor. Like so. Okay, so I've got that like that. And then this one goes into this slot. And this assembly here gets put on there like that. Okay, and then two nuts go down here. Like so. tighten it up. Once again, this upper one is a bit of a drag. It actually kind of catches itself. It's much easier to tighten with the screwdriver. Make sure you're hooked in there. And like I said, when I get fully finished sort of throwing it together, I'm going to go around and tighten up several pieces. Next thing is the tail wheel. Okay, for that you're going to need these 4 brass pieces, the wheel of course, and you're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. Alright, and what you do is you simply take, first off find out which ones it lines up with. Okay, you can see that the wheel actually, this is not square, it's not symmetrical. The wider part goes along here. Alright, so what I'm ultimately going to need to do is I'm going to need to attach these 4 spacers. Once again, I'm just going to put this in loosely by hand. Okay, there's 2 of them. Three. Okay, so I've got these 4 spacers put on. Flip it over. This tail wheel is going to sit just like that. So 4 screws go in here, just like so. Okay, we're at 7 minutes. I'm going to get them started and then tighten it down. Oops. Come on. Okay, now I have this loosely attached. Alright, looking like we almost got ourselves a chassis. The wheels simply snap on by friction, like they are not symmetrical. You can see they're in a regular shape, so make sure you line them up like that. And the same thing here. Come on. They are a firm fit, which is good. Okay. And last but far from least, the 2 little encoder wheels do the same thing on the inside. Oh, once again, this one's a little loose. I'm probably going to eventually put a dab of hot glue on that. There won't be any load on that, but we'll eventually be able to use it to have an optical encoder that'll look through these little slots, and we'll be able to see how far or how fast the robot's gone. Okay? And that just fell off, so that tells you how loosely it actually sat on there. Don't lose them. We will eventually use them. Okay, there you go. That's the robot chassis. And we're ready to move on. If you're following along with one of my tutorials on how to build a robot, you'll just proceed. And if you simply bought a kit, well, enjoy it. It does come with the battery pack, and a switch fits in here, but I actually don't usually use that switch there because I generally use a breadboard on top of here, at least initially. But I might use the switches. Don't lose them. We can use it for breadboard projects by soldering some terminals on it, and we can use it for an actual robot that's got a circuit board on it. So that being said, I'm going to end this video here, and I will see you again soon.